Trolling. You guys shut up, please.
This looks fine.
Shadows traveling.
I trust you even less.
Oh, that hurt my feelings.
Here. Shut up. Nobody talks about you in real life.
Omen
Okay,
low,
this is
Omen low.
fine.
But he got a heal.
I do have a Sage. I don't know what you're talking
I
about.
hit raise for 7.
said they
It's
have
good
no
that you're
Sage
not
shield.
over rotating here, because we already have 3 on B, so we have to trust them a little bit. They could still easily TP here, but probably just gonna be a B hit. Not a big deal.
They're going A.
They're going A.
Two hookah.
Let's see.
What's hookah?
Okay, so when we're rotating back to A, we definitely want to smoke.
Called hookah.
Smoke for a retake. So we saw that they're planting here, right? So we want to smoke this for sure. I probably smoke this as well, just so I don't have these. So I just cut off some angles, you know. But whenever we're retaking a site, we're always thinking smoke, right? Retake smokes, right? So my order of operations would be smoke, flash out, peek, right? Because look, we're peeking here when we're actually like peeking this and this, right? And someone could just shoot us in the head here or here, right? This is just what we want to avoid when re-peeking like heaven and stuff like this. Good kills.
I think he was in bathroom.
Last one was bathrooms. I would smoke bathrooms and then stick this, or at least get it halfway.
Suck my dick.
But he probably won't have enough time to make it. Perfectly fine. But you see how there's just this this thinking gap, right, between both of our retakes. Right. We didn't use any of this when it's very, very helpful. Right. So, I mean, it was just like kind of a gamble, right? It was a dangerous peak, but it worked in our favor. It worked out for us. Okay. So we buy. This looks like an okay buy. The thing is, though, let me see. So we want to be buying second round, right? Now, I don't know if you're saving for an op or whatever, but we need at least 2 or 3 Spectres minimum. Right? And especially if you're playing with a 5-stack, you can conduct this sort of strat, right? The pros usually go 2 to 3 Spectres minimum, people full buying. They're like the backbone of that anti-eco round. Right, so because if everyone has a ghost, then it's just pistols v pistols, and they're not going to be able to hold a push. Make sense? So at least like 2 Spectres, and if you see your teammates not buying those Spectres, you have to be the one to do it. Because there's always going to be people that are going to be carrying the anti-eco rounds, and those are the people who spend all their money. If I'm rifling, I'm no hesitation buying like a Bulldog or a Spectre full util, full armor.
Shut up, Spence. Shut up.
You don't need them. Taking all of them. Literally 3 right there.
This is good. Good patience.
There's still people B.
I don't like the rotate back from Reyna. There's still people B. B is a lot harder to retake than A is. Good patience, but what should we do right now? Smoking, yeah. Right? So, we always at least want 1 smoke on cooldown. So it's constantly regenerating, right? Because right now it's just capped. Right, so we definitely at least want 1 smoke always ticking. They could easily take TP, but they killed the B player, so they're probably just going to plant B. But you see, look, now it's a 4v2 when this is a 100% a free win this round. Second round is a free win. If you win first, that is, right? This doesn't look as free. Right, it's just pistols v pistols. And this is going to happen. But if we have 2 or 3 people with Spectres, it's almost impossible to lose this round. Right. So here, what's our retake mentality? Smoke, smoke, flash, peek. Right? Because now when we peek this, what are we peeking? Well, it's just like they could be everywhere, right? And hookah's very common, so let's get rid of one of them before we peek, right? So I would smoke hookah, I would smoke long, and I'd probably like flash sight and push into this way or something like that, right? So we see his gun, good flash. All right, but you see, we're fighting sight, but we could easily die to this, easily. But we're just, you know, gambling that no one's there. Okay, so here we don't want to do this. We don't want to crouch spray with the ghost. With pistols, with any pistols, right? Pistol fights, what's important is movement. Movement and precise aim. Okay? We don't just spray and pray with pistols and hope to get lucky. If we're close enough, we do that, right? But this is at this range, right? We want to worry about our movement so we're not an easy headshot, and we want to get the focus on getting the headshot and focusing on ourselves not getting headshot, right? Because look. Look at we're just crouch spraying, and because we're crouch spraying, he just got 2 easy headshots. Right? We want to be moving and shooting. Shooting in between your counter strafes, you know? Just having good movement, right? Just watch some professional streamers, watch some pistol rounds, see what they do, see how their movement is, see how hard it is for people to hit you, right? So like maybe go into a death match, only use the ghost and unbind crouch to get you in that pistol movement mentality, right? But yeah, we see, so I mean this was a free win for us, but we somehow lost this eco round, you know? And like look, like what's going on here, right? It's all over the place, right? This should at least be, if you guys saved last round to buy for it, then what are these guns? Why are we half buying here, right? It doesn't make sense, right? Everyone should have an assault rifle if we gave up a round to save for these assault rifles. We saved for this round, but look at what we're doing with our saved money. Nothing, right? So economy is huge. It's huge. Economy just lost you a round so far, and it might lose you this one too, because they're gonna have full assault rifles. I guarantee it. So I mean, this is a little. It's not as good. Like it's not a clear advantage for you. Lots of people think it is, but sometimes this can just. I think it's still just a 50-50. And when you're doing these one ways, we look here, but we're not aiming here, right? We still need good crosshair placement, because this is just telling us that, hey, Steve is right here, right? So we need good crosshair placement and pretend like we are seeing their head, and this is just an indicator to see if they're peeking or not, right? Because you're just shooting at what you see, but for one ways you only see their feet, right? Make sense?
They're coming A. They're coming A.
I just don't really like that one way. I just think it's I think it's good for info. Oh, I don't know about this. Oh my god, there's 3 people right there. Okay, good retake. I see. All good. We're not really too worried about our teammates because we can't change them, you know? The only thing we can do is change ourselves.
Round, you don't have a. It's the fourth round and you don't have a kill.
That's cool. That's cool.
Dude,
Yeah.
they can
Sometimes it
take
can be fun for sure.
Talking.
Hey, I can't be talking.
So many times.
They're pushing A. Short.
Okay, interesting.
Who was that though?
Right, so this spot would be a lot better if you had bathroom control. Right, we always want to think about what we're exposed to, right? We don't want to just hope that they don't push this. Right, because like I said, we can't change anything. The only thing we can change is ourselves. So we want to put ourselves like how do we watch this smoke from a safer angle? Where do you think would be safer? Yes, perfect. Perfect. Then we can like peek at the bathroom walkout, and then we could also watch her smoke. Right? So much safer. So much safer, right? Because right here we're just hoping that they don't peek from bathrooms and shoot us in the head, you know?
So was low.
Yeah, you're like worried about it, now you're scared, right? But we're just hoping the timing is on our side. When in reality, our position... Okay, whoa, wake up! Oh my god, you cannot be holding angles and watching the mini-map or looking at your second monitor, okay? Woo! Yeah, so let's just pay more little attention to our crosshair, right? Jeez Louise. Okay, so we got punished for this. Are we ready to peek bathrooms right now? No. We're not ready for the angle we peeked. We're hoping too much. We're giving like too much hope and people not being places, right? But if you watch like any pro streamers, their aim, their movement, their crosshair is as if everyone is everywhere, right? They're always super anxious and skeptical. And you know that if anyone is somewhere, that they're ready to kill them, right? But lower elo players, they're just kind of hoping that they're not there, and they're not actually ready to kill for the angles that they're peeking. They're just looking. Does that make sense? Right? You want to be like, okay, like right here. Like, okay, nothing short. Okay, could be bathrooms. Let me get my crosshair ready, and let me like slowly inch up to make sure that they're not holding this, and just check it real quick, right? Because they could be here. So I'm gonna pretend like they are here, right? Because like if I went back into time and told you that there was some rays holding this corner, I bet you'd play it differently, right? Exactly. You'd get your crosshair ready, you'd get your gun ready, and you'd get your movement on point, and we'd probably be a lot more ready for this kill. But in reality, you should treat peeking every corner like that. Like someone goes back in time and tells you, hey, there's someone here. Make sense? Right? And that's the difference. Higher elo players are always ready. They're always ready for the bad guys. They're never surprised.
You're going A.
Because if someone could possibly be there, then in their minds, they're 100% there. That's how they get their crosshairs ready. That's how they get their mental ready. And that's how it looks. That's why their kills are faster. Because they will it, right? Okay, so this is a full buy round for sure. I mean, this guy could buy assault rifle, but that is not any of my concern. So here we're half buying when this is a full buy round. Right? Even though you have bad money, everyone else can full buy. So that means you buy whatever you can in hopes to pick up someone else's gun. Right? So just full buy with the team.
No, don't buy an op yet.
Full buy with the team and look to use your abilities smart. Don't take fights. Try to pick up a better gun. Right? That's my mentality behind cheap full buys. Okay, so this is actually pretty good for you. Oh no! Okay, so when we do a play like this, right, we need to really understand that where we are teleporting, because this is kind of really unsafe. This, a lot better. They probably would still hear it and then check it anyway, but if we are going to do this TP, we have to make sure that, like, it's tucked in as much as it can be, right? Just take, like, an extra second to make sure your TP is exactly where you want it to go, right? Because that was almost very good. But you see how, like, the play style is just a little bit different. Like, right, you're just rushing because you feel like you have nothing to lose, right? But on these rounds, I would be playing for a gun, trying my hardest to get a gun, or like get some cheap kills with my flashbang, right, to turn the tide on them somehow. Oh, went too far. Oh yeah. So this is just from playing. I mean, an unsafe angle, right? I mean, the thing is, the reason why most of the time sages play here in pocket is because if there's any sound or if it looks bad for them, they wall, right? But we can't really do that, right? So maybe playing back here or back here is a lot safer. I mean, we could flash and then reposition, but we definitely want to be able to back off somewhere, right? The second I would hear the Phoenix ult, which is right here, I would probably flash this or knife out, run behind the truck, right? Knife out, just run away, try to not contest this ult, right? But as an Omen, we're not really playing here. We really want to play with for our flash. Like, U-Haul is a good spot for Omen. B-site is really good for Omen because our flash does this whole thing, right? And U-Haul does this whole thing, right? So we want to think about our abilities and how to utilize them the best, because if without using Omen's flash, you become the worst character in the game almost, right? Because this is the only thing that makes I mean, not the only thing, but that makes him very, very strong, right? So we want to figure out ways to utilize the strong parts of our agent, right? Phoenix utilized the strong part of his agent by ulting and running out and flashing and peeking before his flash, right? Imagine if he just peeked out without flashing, right? Then I would be giving Phoenix that talk, right?
The fucking Vandal. So it makes no sense why.
Okay, so what do you think we should do this round with our money? It's a hard spot. You can probably full buy here. It's gonna be like not the best, but like you could light armor light armor and assault rifle. He could, that's a fine buy. This guy can full buy. This guy can full buy. And this guy can actually buy too if you change some stuff around. So this is a full buy round for sure. I would definitely call that. And then we just save next if it goes poorly. Right, but we see how our economy... I mean, it's okay if we all half buy here and then everyone has a nice buy next round. That's okay. Not a big deal. But you see, like, a full buy was possible here, you know? Yeah, let's just smoke this. Yeah, see? You see how we're just like, our heads on a swivel. We're just worried about two places at once. It's because you're positioning. It's just a positioning thing, right? So this is a lot better. right? Just a lot better.
Blinding.
They're coming A, by the way.
Okay, so this flash, I don't like it. Why? That true. So we want to use most of the time our flashes for we can benefit from it somehow. Not, I mean, obviously this might be a beneficial thing. You could hit someone with it, but we really want to like get the most out of it, right? So what we want to do is flash peek the people we flashed, right? To kill them while they can't see. That's just the best case scenario, right? So when we flash short so far away to kill anyone, we have to run around this box, but by the time running around the box to get the flash people, they can run to safety, right? So they have time to run away safely. So this flash, I just don't agree with it unless they're full rushing and Reyna calls for it and then Reyna peeks off of your flash, then that makes sense, right? But if anything, I'm just waiting right here, waiting till I get some contact here or maybe sight, and then flashing and peeking when I flash, right? Because we just kind of threw it out there for no reason, right? So we know he's 100% there.
A, by the way. They're coming A, by the way.
So I mean, I would just be patient here. We don't want to throw away our advantage by running and swinging and peeking into him, because now you're peeking into him, right? And he hears you because you're stomping this way, right? So we just threw away our advantage to peek into him. Now it's just he has a better gun. It's just rough, right? I would definitely just be a little bit patient and just hold the angle on him. If this was smoked, then maybe you can walk up on him and like pre-fire him around this corner. But if I saw, let's see, if I saw this right here, I'm actually not even shooting. Right? I am walking up, maybe to the left of this box or something, and like trying to just walk up and get this headshot while I have this advantage on him. Right? Because right now you have this advantage. You know where he is. He doesn't know where you are. So what's the best way to, you know, take advantage of this is to pre-aim him, get your crosshair ready, turn the corner, shoot him in the head, right? But we throw it all out the window, giving away our position, wide swing, right into him. Right? We just want a little bit more patience. Especially when we have such a good advantage like that. And it's going to happen a lot where we see people's guns, but they get too antsy, they start spraying at the wall, and then the enemy peeks and like just kills them, right? How many times have you seen that, right? They just get way too antsy, you know? So this is a full buy round because we saved last. Here's the smoke again.
Shadows traveling.
Nice. Right, so look at this this is the good crosshair placement that we should have, right? We're aimed at the head. Right? We're not shooting at what we see. Down here, right? We're pretending like we just see their head. So this is good. We want to do this every time. But I think the only reason you did this is because you had the Sova vision on him to give you a good indication of where he would be, right? But we should just kind of picture it ourselves, right? We don't need that extra Sova info to start having good crosshair placement, even if we can't see. Okay, good stuff. Good spam. I would re-smoke this. See, this is a much better TP, right? This is an aggressive play. Before I would peek this. Okay, so you guys fall off. That was good. Good TP. Oh, nice try. Okay, but what's the retake mentality? With Omen? What are we thinking? right? You there? Okay, so smoke, flash, peek, right? That's what I'm thinking to do. Now, I'm not saying it would have saved your life here, but we could, if we didn't die to this Omen, or let's say we killed this Omen. What are we peeking right now that we don't like? Hookah, right? And this is a common one for Steve to be right here in the window, right? So we can smoke here, and then like TP backside, TP here, and then go from there. But not saying this is what costed you the fight, but it's just something that we wanted to. You see how like right before peeking this, you like swung your crosshair up to hookah, right? It's just we're putting too much on our plate. Makes sense? Because like if you smoked both of those things, then TP'd in, then you would know you wouldn't have to worry about hookah, so you wouldn't have to swing your crosshair up, and then maybe you get the kill. So it's a little things go long ways.
You have a lot. And where's it going?
Cover going out.
And where's it going?
Right, so we've done this like every single round, right? So we're gonna get pre-fired here now. It's not, this isn't definitely, you shouldn't use this as a default. We should just use it as like a mix-up so we don't get like punished for it or something. Right, because this one way is not that strong.
Okay, go up here. Oh, my bad.
So we just want to make sure we're switching it up. Okay.
Bro, there's one in bathroom tip for 104.
Okay, this crosshair placement.
I'm gonna TP.
Now this looks better. I think it's a little too close to the wall, but
Go, they're planting by the way.
Spike planted.
is this my crosshair?
Got raised.
Watch out on lamp.
Oh, okay.
Yeehaw.
Okay. I like it. I like this one.
Hell.
Last player.
Hell.
Last player standing.
So let's see.
Last player standing.
Yeah, I mean this is just an aim thing. You were very close to his head. You were just low HP, right? Because you got pre-fired, short A, right? Right. You would have won that fight if you had full HP.
Hell.
Last player standing.
Crosshair was just a tiny bit too close to this box.
Last
Right, we're kind of trailing behind his head. You see, it's kind of hard to see, but I'll try and make you understand. Right, we always want look at our crosshair. Right, see how tight it is to the wall. You see, and then now we have to adjust it to where his head actually, where we can react to, right? So you don't want to like computer snap to the angles, you know. You want to give yourself a little leeway when you do it, and you'll see yourself getting a lot more kills. Because humans can't react that fast. No one can.
There's another one that.
Okay, and we didn't use our flash that round, right? We see the lack of using the flash a lot, and that thing should be used every single round. It is busted.
Shadows traveling.
Mm-hmm.
Ground turret.
Stealing sight.
Right. So, what do we think about that flash? Exactly, right? And they can just easily hide from it, right? They get flash and then they hide. What we want is they get flash and then they die, right? So a good spot is you wait till they're like kind of committed. Like let's say Steve is right here, okay? He's pushing onto short A. Okay, Steve, hey, what's up? Now, let's say he's whited. I mean, he's blinded by your smoke. I mean, flash right here, right? Where is he gonna go? right? But if we're playing behind the box at the, let's say that we have Reyna in bathroom, so we can play like right here. If we are right behind the box, we flash, instant peek, we can shoot them before they get to safety, right? Because they're too committed. They're way too far out. There's like perfect flash areas of people, right? Like we don't want to flash when they're in here in hookah, right? Let's say they're right here walking up hookah. We don't want to flash that because they just hide in hookah like ants, right? We want to flash when they're like half in hookah, half not, like this, right? Too many dots. Like two people jumped out here and they're like here and here, right? So, because where are these guys gonna go? They're screwed. They're screwed, right? You want to wait for them to get in these in-between spots where they have nowhere to escape. Hit your flash, peek off of it. Right? So like if they're in long, we're not flashing them when they're here, right? We're flashing them when they get like right here. We flash this block from right side sight and then we peek. Right? So this is the flash mentality. Cause sure you blinded them, but when you blind them all the way back of short A, they just hide and then re-attack. Oh my god, so many smokes. Oh my god. Oh, take a little dip in the pool. Not bad. Yeah, they're all going TP. Sage needs to be careful. Where's Sage going? Where's Sage going? Not that bad of a spot. Okay, they're probably going all the way around short A because they're 5 heads. Take the TP and run back to A. They're so smart. Reyna's about to die. 3, 2. Yep.
They're all waiting in there for some reason.
Wait, what are they doing? Oh, they waited for the TP behind you. Okay, so oh, these guys are trolls, man. That is too funny. It's just too funny. Okay. What are we doing right here? Right? Good kill there.
10 seconds left. Spike planted.
Holy shit, I hit her for 120.
Nice shot.
One enemy remaining.
Whoa, dead spills.
I don't
Big
think any of them
collab.
are on site.
Last player standing.
Yeah, pistol out.
Bottom left.
No charges.
Nice, okay, but here we just want to take our time. We really want to take our time with our pistols. Right, we just want to make sure our bullets are going exactly where they want, and especially in that situation where, like, he's, like, back turned to you, you really want to make sure you get this kill, right? And shooting faster doesn't always mean quicker kill. Make sense?
Arrow this. Arrow that area. Around over there.
Yep. Counter-Strike is a different animal, right? So, like, these are stuff you learn in specifically Counter-Strike only. Or sometimes shooting faster just is a detriment. Okay, so we got some contact here on B. What do you think we should do? Yeah, just smoke and watch the smoke, right? We have to keep it simple, right?
Oh, of course you
So this is good crosshair placement. Good kill. It's a bit aggressive, but not that big of a deal. It's fine to play aggressive sometimes. Yeah, if we're not an opper, then let's not use it. Just because it's more expensive, let's not use something we're not comfortable with. So good stuff, and it's really hard to retake with the op. So really good idea. Unless you're saving, then okay. This TP looks fine.
See him? Under you?
Last player standing.
They walled that. They walled that. Peter, they walled that.
I would still go. Your teammates screamed at you that they walled it, but I would still go. Because they planted for bathrooms, I think. So I think that's what I heard. Yeah, they planted default, so like... Okay, so they don't know where you are, so...
One
So now they do? What should we do? Yeah. I would lean more towards flashing, right? Flashing before we take any fight, right? Because we're at half health. We need some sort of advantage, right? Now...
One enemy.
So where's it planted? Right? So where do you think they could be? Uh-huh. Correct. So, it's okay to miss your flash because you will sometimes, but just take a shot, right? Because if basically you're basically thinking, do we flash this or do we flash this? So it's a coin flip, right? But we're about to swing here, and if we flash this, then they're completely screwed, right? If we flash this, they can hide, right? So this is just a free flash. Got the kill, but we could have easily lost this round because of that. See what I'm saying? And I mean, like, there's no reason to keep on to the flash. It's just so strong. Especially when they already know where you are and your position is... Oh, there's the flash. Right, but they already know where your position is, so it doesn't matter if you give away your position with a flash. Makes sense, because you just killed a Sage and he's calling pocket, pocket. Yeah, don't stop. Okay, we're rushing B. What is our job? Okay, and then flash our teammates in. Not our teammates, but you know, like, try to flash something that isn't your teammates. All right, but usually, like, you'll smoke and then you'll be like the first one in, so you can flash ahead of you. But yeah, this needs to be smoked right here. And probably this too, right? Okay, so that's a pretty decent walkout smoke, actually. But okay, interesting play. So now we're taking A. What are we smoking? Well, we only have one. We only have one smoke right here. So what do you think we should do? Yeah, sounds good.
The side is basically free. The side is free.
My God.
Stay there, stay there, stay there.
Cover going. Charges.
Heaven.
Okay, what are we exposed to? Yep.
Heaven.
So this is a mistake. Why? Right
The
here.
side is basically free. The side is
Exactly. Right? So they could be there,
free.
right?
Stay there, stay
And they are. They actually are.
Charges.
Right?
Heaven.
So just because they missed their shots doesn't mean much. You could have just died right there. Right? And we just put ourselves in a horrible position because we're exposing ourselves to something we're not ready for. Make sense? And we died with flash. So we didn't put ourselves in a position to utilize flash properly.
So,
Okay, so we lost first round.
safe? Does not. I know that.
Okay. So what do we do second round with our money? Yeah, sounds great.
Omen.
Maybe we can get a shorty. Maybe not. I always buy shorty. I love it.
Another one.
Last player standing.
Okay.
Player
What
standing.
ability do you think would be helpful here? Yep. Okay, so now it's our full buy round. Good. Let's get that crosshair ready. Looks good. I would be nervous about this.
Please don't push. Please don't push.
Nice. Okay, what should we do? What do we think about that flash? What do we think about this flash we just used? Correct. Because he can just hide, right? Right.
Where do you die?
So he just killed your Sage, and I just killed you. From where? Should this even be visible? No. Right? He just got 2 kills because he has a window of opportunity because you didn't smoke it. Right? So that Sage's life is on us, and our own life is on us.
What?
Yep, and the guy ends up getting a 3K. So we could have prevented that with one simple smoke. Okay. If we see Sage wall right here, where's our crosshair going? Right here. This is where we're aiming. Every time, no matter what. Okay? And then once we understand, once we figure out that she's not up here, then maybe we can break it down, right? What I'd like to do is I creep up to make sure she's not right behind this box up on the wall. And if she's not, then we can break the wall or something, right? But my crosshair is glued. Glued right here. Because I'm not going to let myself get cheesed. It's good that you broke the wall at least. Right, so we saw that the ice orb came from this trajectory. So impossible for her to be here. On top of the wall. So we know that she's pocket. Okay? So... Yep, so we killed everyone. This is fine. Heaven's not smoked. There's 1 CT.
One enemy remaining.
We can hold this. They don't know where we are. This is a good spot. Right? I mean, we could flash and then push, but that's probably more risky. Great trade.
Dying.
Great trade. Okay, good. Good crosshair. Back it up, back it up. Good stuff. So we know that no one could be to the left because the nade. There's no way Raze would nade her own teammates. So good. Yep, break that. Perfectly fine. Okay. Do you think flashing this would be a good or bad idea? Perfect. Perfect. Good TP.
I'm gonna walk.
Very good TP.
You will not kill my allies.
Where was Omen dead?
CCT.
They're like, right.
Yep, this should be a free round win. Yep, good stuff.
After we won a round.
Good, good patience, good crosshair.
Grab the orb.
Kind of dangerous, right?
Joke's over. You're dead.
We don't need to take this fight. Oh my goodness. What is going on here? Okay, so if we want to peek out short A like this, we have to smoke heaven. We have to smoke heaven, right? Because this is just an angle that we cannot combat because an opera will be there, and it's just so many different angles when we peek this, right? And we saw Phoenix ulting, right? what? I mean, we should just run away full sprint, right? Wait for it to go away. Let's not give away any single health point to the Phoenix ult because it's just a ghost, right? I'm just knife out sprinting away. Right, we just get hacked.
Player standing.
Feels bad.
Chicken.
Yeah, and that'll happen.
Shadows traveling.
Oh, this looks a lot safer. This looks so much better, right? So now what are we flashing? What are we flashing? Tell me. Come on, tell me. Come on, this is free. This Omen is dead. Yikes. Okay, so how do we make this U-Haul push safer? Flash. But this is an aim thing for sure. This is 100% an aim thing. What do you do for aim training? Oh, wow. Wow, okay. So, but you stopped, right? So it's, you don't want to set your practice goals too high and unrealistic, right? Because like that's way too long in my opinion. I mean, you could do it as long as you want, but if it gets to the point where you don't want to do it anymore, then it's too long. Makes sense, right? So just try like 15 minutes aim labs, 15 minutes practice range. Or you could do 15 minutes aim labs, 15 minutes or 2 death matches or 3 death matches and then queue. Right? And it's small, but if you do it every single day, it's going to be consistent and your aim's going to get a lot better. Uh-huh. I see, I see. Well, just you don't want to burn yourself out from it, so just have like a short, efficient warm-up thing, but make sure you do it like every day if you really want to improve at the game, that is, right? If you want to take it. Depends how serious you are in being a better player, right? Because aim is important because this kill is 100% aim, right? And a lot of the kills are. So we want to make sure our aim isn't lacking.
U-Haul. Please don't let him push me.
Great res. Okay, so we know that this ult just came from short. Now we have a perfect scenario to flash, right?
Oh, short.
But we just dry peek with Ares not ready yet. And this guy... Uh-oh.
He said the N-word.
And what else? And what else?
Yep, this is just an aim thing. Right. Your crosshair was decent enough, but our micro flicks are just way off. Right. And I think your crosshair placement was decent enough to get this kill, but the aim afterwards didn't get you there. So it's just, you know, sometimes it's just an aim thing. No abilities there would have been smart.
Said the N-word.
Shut.
Nowhere to run.
I keep forgetting.
Oh, we walked into that one. Oh my god. Okay, this game is tilting. I am getting tilted just by watching you. Everything is going wrong for you. Woo! I would take a break after this one. That sucks.
You literally smoked for us.
Yeah, dude, this game's a tilter, and it's gonna happen. It's definitely gonna happen. Dude, you freaking get random Sova ulted, and while you're escaping the Sova ult, this boombot is just, little tilter. Yeah. Yeah, so I mean, if you could still play like death matches and like aim labs, right? For sure, and that's just put on some music, turn off the in-game sound, and just kind of go to town, right? But yeah, for sure, that was a tilter. But we saw like lots of things. It wasn't just unlucky, right? We used our flash probably like 2 times that whole game, but that's like the whole reason Omen is like picked, you know? Obviously his smokes are like very, very good and big, but the flash is just like there's almost feels like there's no counterplay to it, you know? Just comes through the wall, you barely hear it, you can't look away from it. Yeah, so we just need to figure out how to utilize that in almost every single life, right? I think our ult usage is fine. Our smoke usage needs to go way up, too, right? All right, we are exposing ourselves to way too many angles. TP, yeah, TP's okay, right? I mean, we want to take our time just a little bit with our TPs and make sure it's exactly what we want. But TP on Omen is a very difficult ability to master. So, but I think you understand it well enough to utilize it correctly. I'm not worried about the TP play because it's Omen is all about the smokes and the flashes. Like that's it. That's what makes him, you know, Omen. But stuff like that, yeah, aim training. The always pretending like someone's there, you know, always a bad guy, whatever you're peeking. And that'll increase your crosshair placement. That'll increase your kills. You won't be surprised by things. You want to make sure you're ready for the angle that you're about to peek. All right. Do you have any questions for me? Okay, man. Well, if you do, you could always, you know, ask in the Discord or DM me privately. I'll always answer.